The 9-ball pool project. You are to click on the animation button to shoot the pool balls around the table. Click on it to stop them. Move the pool ball around to line up a shot with the pool ball and the hole. Good luck. First step, or step one, break it up just like a regular pool game. We will click on the animation button to shoot the pool balls around the table and click on it again to stop them. Here's the animation button. Click. I'm going to let the balls get pretty far apart. Then I'll stop it. Okay? And step two, line it up. We're going to move the cue ball around to line up a shot with the pool ball and the hole. Remember, you can grab the cue ball by putting the cursor on it and pressing Control and click. Okay, my cue ball here is this white one here, white ball here. I'm going to control and click it so that it closes. Of course, on the computer it works a little different, but it looks like I got a very straight lie here. Line it up with pool ball number 5 here, and we'll start here. Next, we'll get the coordinates of the cue ball and the cue ball. I know that sounds the same. In order to get those, we're going to use menu 1 8. So I'm going to press menu 1 8, and if I put my cursor right on the cue ball, right there in the center, you'll see the coordinates are 2 2 2 3 for the cue ball and 1.35 comma 1.85 for the pool ball. And I'm going to record those and write those down somewhere. I promise you I will write these down somewhere. Again, remember our cue ball is at 2 3. And our pool ball is at 1.35 or 1 35 hundredths and 1.85. All right. Now that we have the coordinates of the cue ball and the pool ball, we're going to find M, the slope of the line between the cue and the pool ball. And just so that, let's go ahead, since we're using this formula, let's label our coordinates. I can let x1 be 2 and y1 be 3 and x2. So I guess I need to make sure I move that to the front. X2 will be here. Okay, so what was the equation? Let's go ahead and write the slope. We'll go ahead and use a page. Use this page to set it up. I'm going to press enter. And let's find the slope. We need a fraction. And we're going to set up that equation as follows. 3 minus 1.85. Those are my y values. And the difference of the x values, 2 minus 1.35. And let's press enter. And we have our, that would be our slope. Of course, all right, our calculator has recorded the slope. That's 1.769. I'll make that 1.77 to round it up. 1.77, and that's what we'll go with. All right, next step. We will define the point slope form equation for the line between the cue ball and the pool ball. Keep in mind I have 2 points. I'm going to go ahead and let my X1, Y1, I'm going to let that be my target ball or my pool ball and write my equation as follows. And I'll just go ahead and, yeah, Y equals, and we know that the M was 1.77. Let me make sure that's what it was. Yeah, 1.77. And I'm going to multiply that times, oops, X minus, I'm going to use my target ball coordinates. My target ball coordinates, if you remember, were, let's see, were 135, 1.35, 1.85. So I'm going to use 1.35 here, since that was my X value, and plus my Y coordinate, which was 1.85. Okay, we're going to define this. We're going to define this in the calculator, and once we do that, we'll be able to graph it and see how well, see how if our shot was any good. So we're going to define it in the calculator first, then we'll take the shot. So let's go back. All right, so here we are. Let's define menu 1, that's how you define a function. We're going to call this function f1 of x, since it's my first. And let's see, let's go ahead and put it in. I believe we have 177 times x minus, you're always going to subtract the x value. All right, plus 1.85. I believe it was 1.85. Yes, it was. And if we press enter, it is defined. Okay. The second part of step 5 is to press the tab key to graph it and see if the shot was good. We might have to do it more than once. Just depends on what a cursor is. So switch to back to the, let's go back to the pool table, or the game, I guess. Notice that my coordinate equations is still on. I need to cut that off. Press escape to cut that off. Now you can press tab twice. Once, twice. And then you see that we're on F2. Let's go up to F1 by pressing the up key. And there's our equation. Because we defined it, it's already in here. So let's press enter and see if we make the shot. Bullseye. Perfect. That is a perfect shot. We're going to keep that one. So let's take this equation and we're going to record it. And since we used it for the 5 ball, then we'll go ahead and go to page 1.4 and record it here. 1.77 times x minus 1.35 comma plus 1.85. Okay, and that's basically, that was step 6. All right, so let's go through the steps one more time. I'll take one more minute. We're going to break it up. Well, we've already broken it up. We just need to line it up, get the coordinates, and find the slope, define the point slope, and then graph it using the tab key and see if the shot was good. So let's do one more. Okay, we want to do all of the pool balls in order to complete the project. So we'll just try one more. And let's see, let's go back to the document here. And let's see, I'm going back to the ball and see if that, well, first of all, look at where my pool ball, my cue ball is, and see if there's any good shots where I am. I am going to, you notice this labels in a way. I'm going to click on it, and actually I can delete the label. I should be able to delete that. Yeah, I can clear that, and I don't have to worry about losing the line. It's still there. Okay. I'm going to keep the lines, but I am going to delete the labels. Okay. So let's see if I have any other potentially good shots there. I can move the cue ball where I need to. And let's see, that might be a decent shot. No, that doesn't look good. That might be a pretty good shot. Let's try this. Let's try the 7 ball. Okay, we'll try that. Okay, of course, we can always restart the animation if we want to get a try for another different type shot. That's completely allowable in this game. So so now that we have the shot lined up, let's go ahead and get the coordinates. All right, and that was menu 1, 8. Our cue ball is now at 2.7, and our pool ball is at 299.766. And I'm going to let's go ahead into those again. My cue ball is at 2.7, and my pool ball is 299 766. And if you want to round these, you can, but do know that that's going to affect the trajectory of your ball, even if it's the smallest. So let's try to keep these as close as you can. Okay. Now I'm not going to make the mistake I did last time. I'm going to cut this off. Okay. Let's go ahead and go to the calculation page. Let's set up our slope. Okay. So we need control rod, and let's see. We need to subtract. Let's go 7.66 minus 7 over, let's see, 2.99. Let my target ball minus my cue ball, basically, minus 2. Press enter. I get, that looks very, very close to 2/3 there. And let's go ahead and define our equation, menu 1, 1. So using that slope, which I'm going to basically that's 2/3, but I'm going to just go 0.67. Should have put a 0 in front of it. And I forgot something. Gotta name the thing. So define f2 of x equals, now I'll put the 0.67 or 2/3 if you want to put the fraction there, and x minus, I'm going to use my target ball again, or my pool ball. The x coordinate was 2.99 and the y coordinate was 7.66. And I'm going to press enter. Then we're going to go back to the pool game. Let's press 2, tab twice. Let's go up to F2. It's there. Press enter. And as you can see, it's a little off. It's a little off, but it seemed like it grazed the shot. It grazed it a little bit. So, but at least it touches it. I'm going to take it, because it does touch the hole. I'm going to take it as one of those ones that just barely falls in. So I'm going to let that go. All right. It's close enough. So I'm going to go ahead and record that equation. And since it's the equation for, since we use the 7 ball, let's go to the 7 ball location, and let's put in that formula. I already got the y equals here, so I'm just going to make that 0.67 x minus 2.99. All right, plus 1. What was that? I believe it was 7.66. Now, one thing you might be interest in doing is you might experiment a little bit. If we go back to this equation here, maybe if I make a slight adjustment in the slope, I can make this a better shot. You know, what if I, you know, what if I hit this second ball slightly off center by making this 67? Let's see, I want to, let's say if I increase the slope a little bit, like make it 0.7, see what happens. I didn't do a whole lot there. Okay, I'll increase it just a little more. How about like 0.8? That's a better shot. That's a much better shot. Matter of fact, I'm going to record that one instead. So let's go ahead and make this 6, 7, 8. Let's go. Well, let's see. It looks like I'm going to have to redefine it. What I'm going to have to do is, oh, not on this page. On this page, let's go ahead and make that 0.8. Okay, and let's see. There. That's what I want. Okay, so that's a much better shot in this one. So now I have it there, and it's actually redefined, believe it or not. It's just that you can't tell it by this page here. Okay, so and we'll stop right there. Continue until you have all 9 of the problem balls in a hole somewhere, and you can always start your animation again if you want to change all the locations of the remaining balls and set up some nice shots. Okay, all right, have a nice day, and good luck in finishing the project. Should be the last one.